Here it is. It's on. It's all a lie. What's a lie? What are we talking about?
That's what you need to
Oh, here you
understand.
go.
And since these people right here gonna go and break something, gonna drop you some truth, just in case you don't understand, all the food is preservative. It don't have to be in the freezer. We go get to that in a minute. Make it run.
These packaged food products are safe.
Mm-hmm.
That when in a hurry, you can pack a ready-to-eat meal bowl instead of some homemade food.
Mm-hmm.
And that it's the same. Well, it's not. You must have seen ads claiming that they're
See that right there at the side, people? The cereal, which I always warn you about, and that milk that they're pouring on it. Wow, and tell you breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and then they feed you that junk. Watch.
the goodness of
Oh.
chapati in a bowl of cornflakes. Again, it's a lie.
Okay. Yo, it's on now. So we just gonna get into it. Yo, today
What? Go ahead,
is just a happy day. I hope everybody's been having a good day and enjoying their existence and being able to make it to this point where you can listen to us. Because in reality, we can't just assume that everybody did.
No, we can't. Never that.
Somebody just saw a ghost 15 minutes ago. Why they trying to get over that shit?
Yo.
They seen a fucking Yeti talking about, yo, where you going?
You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm
People
saying?
getting murdered all day. People getting
You
taken
know?
out by subliminal shit.
Just
People getting taken out by just things in general. Like, what the
real,
fuck
by
am I
just
do?
general surprise. So niggas is out here understanding that, hey, shout outs to y'all that's missing it for bigger things than us. But right now, we're not trying to just jump into uh the surprises of what we eating every day, what's bringing us into these certain vibrations. We're also trying to talk about perspective in in the sense of that these things in which I had just described are being like force fed to us in this reality because our perspectives have been altered or manipulated in a way that allows people to treat us like we're some gullible babies, basically. You know what I'm saying? They tell us certain stuff to be like, oh, I mean, and then to have us react in a sense of in a way that it's just like, oh, like, well, I mean, he's just doing it because of, or she's just doing it because of,
Right.
and the because of part, the part that follows the because of, is usually something that, like, big ups our human nature in general. Oh yeah, I mean, like, of course I would like to help feed the poor, or of course I would like to help orphan children get homes and all these things. We give so much of our sympathy into this system that now they know how to manipulate and play us in these ways to basically control our votes or control our emotions into a certain direction.
Mm, mm, mm.
Now, isn't this what we've been talking about for weeks?
Years. I mean, sorry. Yes, weeks. Sorry, because we've been here before.
And you know what I'm saying? And now we're saying this right now like this, and to really convey to you guys how diabolical or how despicable some people choose to be for personal gain.
And it's been for personal gain for the longest time. Like, I don't even know what was Matt talking about? The food, right? Was he talking about food just now?
Yep.
Yo, like, we don't think that, okay, so we're supposed to be able to continue with food for this long. We're supposed to be able to continue with, freshness for this long. However, they even say in their advertisements, non-GMO, or it's fresh 100%, or whatever type of things they put in the packaging, the advertising, right? 100% spring water. fucking pasteurized, fucking grade A, B, C, whatever. Like, what the fuck does that? What the fuck does that shit mean?
No shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, all right. You know what I'm saying? So now we talking. Now we here. Now we're listening. Now I'm talking. I'm speaking to y'all because I don't really get to this type of point in any of the podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just don't make no fucking sense. Like, you're talking about grade A, B, C for eggs. We're talking about grade A, B, C for school. So,
Yo,
are you kidding me? Are we listening? Are we talking? All right, we're talking right now, right? Now we're listening. Now we're listening. Are we here?
yeah.
Are we getting?
I'm here. I'm laughing.
All right,
I'm
so,
cracking up.
So we should be understanding what the fuck is going on. At least making that correlation to that type of shit.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Because so that would mean, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to have to give y'all spoon feed y'all silver spoons and shit, but listen, ABC eggs, ABC grades, right? Cool. So we got C grades of eggs out there, B grades of eggs out there, A grades of eggs out there. We got A kids, B kids, C kids. Okay? So that means like you know, we just cutting off at C. Because we already know there's D's and F's out there. You know what I'm saying? We don't even fuck with that type of shit right now, apparently, because that's how that shit works. But now we're talking about A, B's, and C's.
Mm-hmm.
So we have A, B, C. Now, not every A, B, and C is an A, B, and C. Does that make sense? Like, not every C grade or C student is an A, B, C student. Some people, like those students, might have better say learning abilities than other people. They might learn different ways. They might do different shit different ways. Right. But you might have an A student who's by the book.
Exactly.
You know what
I was
I'm
going to
saying?
say it's based off of more than one thing. Like the criteria is a broad span. It's not just, oh, I got this on my test, I got this on my homework. No, it's also how you behave, how you interact.
What
you
you
know
doing?
what I'm saying? What do you value? You're graded on many things, not just your academia. You're also graded on your personality and who you are as a person. Your behavior. Because me being as a behavioral student and getting graded on that for so long, I know that's a thing for sure. Because I used to get plenty of good grades on school, but it's always my behavior, it's always
that
my class
participation.
You know what I'm saying? That would quote unquote bring me down, but that also shows that I was high above most other people because I don't adhere to fucking authority like that. You know what I'm saying? That's all that showed me. I don't listen to bullshit.
I don't listen. Exactly. I'm glad you put that shit on the end. Because that's a whole message that people need to know. Like, that's not just some shit that people are talking about. Like, we've been told to listen to authority. Authority is not always right.
Right.
What they say? What's lawful ain't always right, but it's lawfully right. Okay, so, you know, back then they want to go ahead and marry children. It was lawfully right, you know, but now we're talking about that shit's crazy. So why aren't we still holding the same standards that all motherfuckers are still doing that shit? Or still doing whatever? That's another thing. I'm just saying that there are things that are going on outside, going on with the food, going on with the people, going on with standards and rules that they already put inside or put. Ooh.
I think that's me. That's it. Yeah.
My bad. But I'm just saying that they have like things that they put in place already. You know, we could just set aside. Oh, maybe it's just them niggas trying to stop us from talking.
For
you know, because we never.
If it happens again, then you
never
make an adjustment. Because right now it sounds good, so you don't gotta do no finagling.
I was gonna say we never had this problem before.
Right.
Well, anyways, so what I was saying was that, you know, maybe a lot of the stuff that's happening with the wow, they got me, bro. They hit me with the fucking beep, and I was just like, what? Literally just got.
You were talking about like our positions in perspective at the same time, where we're not giving into certain ideologies and certain perspectives, like giving into or being yourself. Basically, is what I'm assuming that you was talking about in the grand scheme, but like you were saying something along the line of we don't have to give in and be a certain way. if I was taking that as like right.
No, exactly. You don't have to be what they're telling you to be. But I just feel like it was gonna go like a whole. Like,
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm actually downplaying what I'm saying
Damn.
by what I'm saying. Hopefully you remember.
I'm
You know what I'm
trying
saying?
to remember, but I just remember I go back as far as like the ABC students and the ABC grades
Oh,
of
yep,
eggs.
yep. Go ahead. Yep.
You know, so like if you think about it that way, not everybody is an ABC egg or an ABC grade. You know, everybody
Though they may get that.
right,
Though they may get that.
right, because we're stamping them how they told us we're supposed to be. So
The
we're
boxes
going
that you have to check.
exactly. Might be getting a brown bag. You might get in a brown box. You might get in a white box. You might get a green box. You know what I'm saying? You might get a yellow school bus. You might get a short school bus. You might get a long school bus. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we're all still being placed in a spot where they can monitor us and be like, these are a bunch of eggs right here. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Just keep them all right here. If one exhibits some extra craziness, take them out.
Yo.
If one exhibits some bullshit,
Yep.
you know what you gotta do to him, right? I'm not gonna tell you, but it's in the contract what you gotta do because we signed. That's what you signed up for, and like it's always so many different parts of everything happening that we don't ever actually get to pay attention to one specific point. The person who's gonna take the eggs out of here has a whole job. He's gotta do this regardless of, hey, you might look great, you might look like you or whatever, you might look like this, you might look like that, but that person's job is to separate you from the rest of the group.
Right.
You know, this other person might be looking for the bad eggs. He might grab you as a person, be like, oh shit, you know, you exhibit this type of personality or this type of shit, so we're gonna have to take care of you.
Right.
And you, again, it's not fair to you. But you aren't even a bad egg or a good egg. You're just existing at the end of the day. And I hope that really tied everything together because I feel like I got disconnected with this whole shit.
That,
you know
that
what I'm
was
saying?
on point. That was on point.
I
What you
hope
said.
so, man.
That was really on point what you said. Really, it really was because at the end of the day, again, it's still okay. I'm saying it like this, and it may be underwhelming with how I phrase it, but I totally understand what you're saying. Is that you're the one who ties up all the loose ends. You're the one who has to live your life. So your decisions at the end of the day are yours. You don't. And what this man is trying to tell you is that worry less about the opinions of others outside of yours because you have to make the decisions based off of what you have to do
all the time.
You cannot be thinking about somebody else's results after what you do because you are based off of your results. Who's to say that your best result isn't somebody else's best results? They need you to do what you got to do. Stop thinking about somebody else. They're expecting you to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
They're not expecting you to be a fuck up.
They're expecting you to get through the experiment that they put you through.
Especially if they know you and they're somebody. Okay, I can understand you worried about that about a stranger, but that's even more dumb because that's a stranger. You don't even know what they're thinking. But the people that's in your circle, they're expecting you to do what you got to do. Don't worry about if they're going to be happy or not. They want the result in which you are successful so they can motherfucking be successful themselves.
Because they're looking at some people always looking at you to be their inspiration.
Right.
And a lot of people, like, I don't know why it's so hard for people to have their own inspiration, but it is. And it's just, maybe it is because of what we've been talking about for the last 9-10 episodes. It's been the whole fucking hypnosis or fucking programming and all that extra shit. Because in the first 7 years, I got that video somewhere. But in the first 7 years, scientists were saying that you're in a hypnosis. So from 0 to 7, or if 0 isn't a real fucking number, but from say age 0 since you were born to 7 years old, you're under hypnosis. So you're already told and taught how to be. So, when everybody's always asking, well, why am I the way I am? Why am I for authority? Or why do I want to fucking obey the law? Because from 0 to 7, you've been taught to obey the law.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've been taught this is a police officer.
Right. You heard, no, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't,
yep.
no.
You can't do that. Don't do that.
You got to
Stop.
do it like this.
Or fucking get down from there, or don't jump off of that, or don't whatever. Okay, now those people that hear that and continue to fucking do what they want to do are skydivers now. Maybe they're fucking they fly planes now because they're not afraid of heights anymore. Because somebody was putting their fears onto them. We gotta remember that a lot of fears are taught from the government, whatever. We don't learn fear straight up. Naturally, fear isn't a thing. Okay.
Fear isn't a thing from us.
Yes.
Fear is a thing from the people we put trust in.
Right.
So people who we think are supposed to be taking care of us, we're gonna believe them. They're telling us something that, and then it's like actually a deadly cycle because they're just prolonging something that they themselves were taught.
Right.
So I can't even be mad at them, at the people that's immediately close to me. But then I have to. But then if you get to a level where I'm at, where you are at the talk to me level, then what I'm saying will make sense. That I get to the point where it's like, yo, it's the people, not the people, the system in which that taught you and possibly my grandparents and possibly my great grandparents and so on how to be this way because I am now aware that there's a system. A lot of people don't actually get aware that there's a system
already.
People just say, "Oh, that's how it's supposed to be," but you don't understand that's a system right there. You are just admitting. You're actually subconsciously admitting, "Oh, by saying that's the way it just always is, or that's the way it's supposed to be." That's a system.
This whole thing.
Yeah, a bunch of ones and zeros because that's what that is. And that's what a computer would say to me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You're saying that. So understand that once you get to the talk to me point where we could discuss this, now I'm talking to you. I'm at the talk to you point right now. I'm at the talk to you point as I speak to you. He's at the talk to you point as we speak to y'all.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We are trying to tell you that, hey, there is a active, non-passive form of education acting upon everybody consistently into their old age that tells these people how to be 24/7.
Yep.
And it force feeds into y'all subconscious that there is a penalty if you don't act this way, when in reality that is an opposite of naturality. Naturality is not taught to you.
Exactly.
You just know how to be how you're supposed to be. Period.
Like, you never really thought. Have you? Okay, you know what? Better yet, instead of me asking the people who aren't gonna fucking respond, because fuck them. Apparently, fuck these people that aren't listening to us. I'm gonna ask you. Listen, I came up with a question this very morning. Listen, so you know when you're dancing and you're moving your body and whatever, you got a body, right? Okay. So what does that look like without a body? This is just some regular, like, I'm not even like, you don't gotta answer right now.
Oh well, I was gonna ask, what is your answer to that?
Oh,
all
right. So my answer was like a flubber type of shit, bro. Like, I pictured this ball of light, cause it's me, right? It's gotta be me. I can only picture myself doing this shit. I can't picture you. Remember, I can't picture nobody else. I can only picture who I am. You know, and this goes on with like all the stuff we're talking about, because this is me thinking. Like, if you ask somebody else this question or who's not thinking, you're gonna get a whole different answer. Right. I'm gonna trust you.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you. So I'm dancing in my living room right there, chilling right there, right.
Right.
And we've all been taught how you got a body. Okay, well, I learned that there's a soul and all this extra stuff that they don't really teach you, right? So now, what even just learning the part of there's a soul inside of you that controls the body. Without the body, what does that look like? What the fuck do you look like? Who are you without that body? Right. What do you look like? Because you are more than just your body. You're more than just whatever. You are a light being. You are, you know what I mean? But people don't know this. It's like I'm like jumping like 18 episodes ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just like, tired of y'all niggas not know it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like just something y'all just right now think about. Without your body, you're a soul. What does that look like when it's happy? When it's moving around? You know, is it like a flubber, because we've seen flubber before, we've seen a Ditto, Pokemon, or whatever. So if you don't got a body, you're just like this being that's just moving around. That just there's the energy going this way, there's the energy going that way, there's the energy jumping down, there's the energy doing whatever, you know. But they don't tell you that.
Yo, you had an interest. The more I think about it, your perspective is very interesting to a person like me, because I immediately, what I think about when you say that is like an expanding thing. Like when I dance with my human body, I
Right.
feel like I can't get far enough. I can't reach far enough. I just keep going, you know. But that's not to diminish the people who think when I dance I turn into this, like a diddle. I turn into that. I turn into this.
Mm-hmm.
You actually have control of it. You think of your energy beyond me in a certain way, because your energy has a form. You could form your energy. I look at my energy as going all over the place, erratic. You look at your energy as a form. That's amazing to me, because now it's like, yo, your mind is something different from mine, because my mind is expansive, whatever, cool. Yeah, I could go to the stars. When I dance, I go to this and that and the third, and my mind is looking at distance, but your mind is looking at a
Right.
whole different thing right now, and that's interesting. That's very interesting. That's very, like, I'm even applauding myself for my intuition to look at this like that,
Thank
because
you.
now it's like, yo,
Thank you.
well, damn.
Thank you.
There's more I could do with this than
Yes.
just be the average nigga that's gonna go as far as he can go.
Yes.
What can you do with that right here?
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. Like, you have so much more than just what they told you. Just what we've been talking about. We've been saying before. We have been lied to. Like, come on. We just had a whole conversation right now about energy and what we see our actual light beings or souls as. So there's got to be way more than that. Way more than the body. Way more than what they've been telling us. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, think more outside of what they've told us. Because way more exists than what they've told us. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that we can even say, I can even sit here and be like, so without your body, what does that look like? Think about that. Without the bullshit, without the actual stress that they give you, without the wars, without the famine, without them holding back on, you know, mad extra shit, without, if they gave you all the truth, they told you what who you were, and you're actually more than just the body, more than just the whatever. You're actually an expansive mind who can connect and bring other people together. Could you imagine what you could actually really be? You know, and I just feel like a lot of this show is only 20 minutes in, but I feel like I jumped mad places, you know, and I apologize for jumping mad places. So
For what?
I don't know. I just feel
Niggas
like
don't know that.
niggas ain't listening like that.
Nah, niggas is listening like that. Trust me, niggas is listening like that. Niggas has been following along, because
So then good.
it's
So then
very cohesive.
you'll be able to understand when we jump back into the food shit. If we're that much of a light being, and we're that much of, like, you know, water, 7% water and light and whatever, then we shouldn't be eating the stuff we're eating, right?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely should not, and that's due to the people that are opposite the light beings, people that are light in a negative form, because we have to, again, we cannot sit here and just be one-dimensional and thinking everything that is regarding light is good. Light is light. Light is not discriminate. Now, that's what gives us the difference. That's why we have light, but we are souls. Understand the difference. Like, understand that those are two separate things. You can have light and be a soul. You can have good light and be a soul. You can have bad light and be a soul. How many people say, "Oh, that's bad lighting"? If light is light, then it's light, right? No, it's bad lighting. So that's bad light out there. There's light that won't make it look good. That won't do it right. That will get to the same goal, or get to the same, you know, picturesque way that they want it to be, but it's not gonna be by good means. Some people live by any means necessary. Understand that.
And that bad light has been taught by bad people.
Been taught, and adhered to or cheered upon or whatever, agreed upon by the regular people. Taught by bad people, agreed by the regular people.
I hope you understand what that means. I hope y'all know that it's been passed down as it goes up from a controlled substance. Say like, you know what I mean? Just pass it on. Control. Fucking what's the word?
Opposition?
Not opposition. Assimilate or simile or attune to or think of it as the same thing as say drugs. Like they pass down crack and cocaine into certain neighborhoods, right? I'm not gonna say whatever because I'm not trying to be biased, but the same way they do that, they pass down fear, and they pass down their news or their movies or their way of just showing you, hey, there's also fear. Just how they show you there's crack and cocaine in movies, they show that there's fear in movies. Like this could happen to you. Somebody can pull into your house and fuck you up. Somebody could do whatever. Just in the same way as, what they're saying with drugs. Like the drugs get into your household, they fuck you up. Okay, well, let's also understand that the same way they're doing all of that, fear and whatever, they're putting out in commercials too to be like, yo, here, have this sugar, eat this candy, eat this types of food, eat this type of whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you're eating it, but they're doing it the same way. It's all just fun and games, apparently. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's all fun. Oh, just watch this movie. It's just fear. Don't worry about it. It's just to scare you. It's just horror. Okay, but that same shit, flip it around, is in your neighborhood too. There are robbers and serial killers and maybe people out there that are doing the bad shit, right? Because they have to base it off of something. So the same way that the food is supposed to be good for you, they got, motherfuckers, Skittles. Skittles just got sued.
Yeah,
Mars Company just got sued. Talking about
I don't even know. Start with a T. Something. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Nah, it's cool. I don't even know what it's called either, but I got it on the shit right here because this is what we do.
It's actually hot news on the social web.
It's fire. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Burn. You know what I'm saying? So we about to go ahead and go. I'm about to listen. We gonna find it so we can tell y'all.
Okay.
He must have found it.
No, I didn't find it, but I'm about to find something funny while you look for it because I know you got that.
Yeah, I got you.
I seen you was talking about it.
I'm about to get that shit right now.
Okay, I'll play this.
Yeah, go ahead. While that's happening, just remember that Skittles is getting sued for some shit. So I'm about to find it out for y'all. But until that happens,
are you dead ass, Ed Bowie? On my great Nana's interweb?
I don't know if y'all heard that, but that shit is funny as shit. I'll play it one more time. I don't know if y'all heard it.
Are you dead ass, Ed Bowie? On my great Nana's interweb?
Yeah, I'm not explaining that.
yo, and are you that ass though? 'Cause we've been eating Skittles for more than how long?
Nah, for mad long. That was like one of my personal choices of being like,
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm gonna get this right there.
Are you fucking serious?
So I'm like, oh my god.
So that just goes to show. I don't know how long Skittles has been around. Actually, matter of fact, listen. Go ahead. Let's find out. Skittles was fucking founded and made in. Let me just go ahead and look it up for y'all, because y'all don't be doing this shit for yourselves. I got y'all. Skittles founded in. Oh, sorry. I don't want to give me the shit. Come on, man. I got shit to be doing. Well, I find that out though. But I'm a. Oh, here it is. Got you. Here it is. It's happening. Look at this shit. Skittles were founded in 1974. According to the article on History of Candy from Penn State University, Skittles were first produced in the UK in 1974. The hard-shelled candies with a chewy inside landed in the US in 1979, and they got their Taste the Rainbow slogan in 1994. So they've been around since 1974, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And they just got sued for the lawsuit of... Let me tell you what it was. Look, right here. Joe.co.uk. The lawsuit claims the popular sweets manufactured by Mars Incorporated are toxic enough to change DNA. Now, I don't want to be crazy, but we've already been talking about changing DNA. We've already been in that synthetics and all the crazy shit, right? So anyway, here we go some more. A new lawsuit against Mars, the company that makes Skittles, claims the use of titanium dioxide makes the candy unfit for human consumption. The additive isn't illegal in the U.S. But Mars planned to remove the ingredient back in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And it's banned in Europe as it could damage DNA, potentially causing cancer.
Yeah, that's crazy you just said that, because I was just listening to an interview. I forgot the lady's name, but she was saying how they did an experiment on 2 control groups, one in which had a healthy diet and one that had the American diet, and found that the ones that were under the American diet were more prone to getting skin cancer from the sun versus those who had, well, it was 0% basically for those who had a healthy diet. These type of chemicals, and she said it was from all the processed foods, but these type of chemicals is normally found in processed foods, and foods that are processed, my G.
And where are they processed at?
In the foods.
And they are sold in
stores,
which are at
the hood. I don't know where.
The hood, the U.S. The whole bullshit.
Exactly.
I haven't heard anybody just talking about the U.K. Like you said, I've actually heard of stories people talking about, I gotta eat healthier. They leave the U.S., they go to U.K., or they go outside the U.S., and they eating the same shit that's sold here, but they don't got the same type of reactions that people are getting over here.
For real.
You know what I mean? So, oh man, I don't even want to be that guy, but if you think about it, like, a lot of people, like, the whole COVID, fuck, we're done here. We're not going to get this shit out.
That's okay.
But the whole sickness that happened, the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the other countries was able to close that down and hose that off. You know what I'm saying? They were like, we got it down 2% or whatever because we shut down the island, shut down this, shut down that, whatever, shut it down basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you go over to the U.S. and the U.S. is talking about niggas is dying all day, niggas is dying every day, niggas is dying since the shit came out. You know what I'm saying? Right. So why is that happening? Because maybe the stuff that we're getting fed, maybe the stuff is reacting to what they're giving us. I don't want to make that that bridge, but it's definitely something happening here.
Right. I keep looking at pictures of people in the 60s and people in the 70s, and there is no obesity on the beach. People just, it's flocks of people on the beach looking very healthy and stuff, you know what I mean? Looking like that. You know, there wasn't much diabetes and all the extra ish, you know what I mean? And we're not even going to get into, the elders, because when I speak to my elders, they tell me a whole different story than what I was taught how life was, period, a lot of things changed since their time of being youthful. That's besides the point. What this man is saying, what we're saying is really that the food is our reality in a certain way.
Yes.
Because it dictates how we think. People don't understand how many hormones get pumped into our food. Yes, estrogen is bad for men, but estrogen is also bad for women, especially if it goes beyond their natural production. Now you're extra of a certain thing where you are now extra hypersensitive to things that a regular man is doing. You know what I'm saying? Regular stuff that he may be doing. Now you're extra hypersensitive to everything, period, because you are overloaded with estrogen.
And you don't know where it comes from. And then you're fighting, and you're figuring out, what the fuck is happening to me? Why do I feel this way? I don't get it. But you gotta remember, like, this shit that you are what you eat from your head to your feet. I'll never forget that shit. And most of the time, we don't even know what's in our food until it comes out in a recall talking about Skittles gotta do titanium dioxide fucking shit. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so why the fuck is that in our food in the first place? So if that chemical is in our candy, so what the fuck is in the rest of our food? But y'all don't want to ask that question. And you don't ever want to ask that question because y'all are so fucking happy being content with, hey, well, nigga, I'm alive, so we're cool. Okay, you could be alive and suffering on the inside. Fucking 30 years later, you go talk about, I got testicular cancer, nigga. Fucking 4 years from now, you might be talking about, I can't see my left eye. Fucking 8 years from now, you might be talking about, I can't feel my left arm. I got a stroke. I got this. Are you fucking kidding me?
So here, okay, I'm going to read 2 slides in which the description of xenoestrogens, which basically are synthetic estrogens, their effects on both males and females. Here's the first one for women, so y'all can stay on. Xenoestrogens are also linked to depression, anxiety, PMS, and a higher body fat percentage. In addition, in women, xenoestrogens contribute to a condition known as estrogen dominance. This is especially likely during perimenopause, when the average balance of proestrogen and estrogen fluctuates, leaving women susceptible to high estrogen levels. In addition to causing symptoms, estrogen dominance can increase the risk of breast, uterine, and ovarian cancers. Now for the men, y'all want to know, or y'all want to? I'm gonna just say, this extra little piece I'm talking is enough for you to pause and talk y'all shit. Okay.
For real, make sure y'all fucking go ahead and discuss this.
This man gave you extra time. Harmful effects of xenoestrogens on men. Xenoestrogens are likely to are linked to larger breasts, smaller muscles, weakness, mental and physical, depression, anxiety, prostate issues, low testosterone, decreased libido, infertility, feminization, blood clotting, immune dysfunction, and obesity. One of estrogen's essential function is telling cells to store fat, expecting an upcoming pregnancy. In men, it leads to a feminization process behaviorally and physically, a global threat to public health and social order. Okay, so these extra minerals, you want to call them, that they put into these foods, release into the population higher levels of what we call, or what they call, xenoestrogens, which are synthetic estrogens hormones. So we are getting pumped freely and daily with extra, hormones that we may or may not need. Now, before you skeptic out there questions what I'm saying, please recall all the chickens that had been exposed with being pumped with hormones to get bigger and fatter. You know what I'm saying? So if that is happening for chickens, understand that there is a possibility in which that is happening to us for unknown reasons. I can only speculate on the reasons are, but you are already gonna laugh in my face if I say, "Oh, there's beings out there that fatten us up so they can eat us." You already would laugh at that. So I'm just gonna say unknown reasons that I can only speculate upon.
Shit, and if y'all don't believe what this man's talking about, I'm gonna go ahead and listen. I didn't even use DuckDuckGo today. I didn't even use DuckDuckGo today.
This man didn't use good
I
DuckDuckGo
used
today.
Google.
That is
my
crazy.
G. I
That is
used
crazy.
Google right
I don't even
here.
want to hear it. Don't even talk to me.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? So y'all can even just find this shit regularly. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like in DuckDuckGo would be worse than what it says right here. But this man talking about xenoestrogens, right? Top 10 sources of xenoestrogens. Commercially raised meat and dairy products, such as beef, pork, chicken, milk, butter, cheese, and ice cream. I don't know how many food groups that is, but that is definitely a lot of things that every motherfucker listening to this shit be eating.
Right.
I know for a fact. You know, because I'm on motherfuckers listening to this shit. I'm watching, I'm hearing it, I'm watching, I'm listening, I'm creating the shit. You know, and I'm going on my way to be, oh my God, I'm going through the same shit y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So listen to this next thing. Anything that contains insecticide or pesticide residues. So that means your veggies. That means your veggies that they fucking grow in whatever, because they use insecticides and pesticides. They tell you they use this shit. They tell you they use it and it's okay because it's like, oh, you know, it's just a little bit of whatever, you know, it's not so bad. So you don't got to worry about it because it's under the human, you know, whatever they say the limit it is. You know, it's okay to have that shit.
Right.
Okay, but it's got xenoestrogens in it, which, like this man said, does damage to your body. You feel me? But first of all, first and secondly, we talked about your meats that you've been eating, your milk, your butter, your cheese, your ice cream, your pork, your beef, and your chicken. And then secondly, we talked about your veggies that they fucking serve you. What they get, insecticides, pesticides, residues, whatever, that's your anything, your tomatoes, your lettuce, your bullshit, whatever you fucking buy, your veggies you get in the store, they spray that shit. And the next thing is tap water. They literally got your water, your meat, your veggies. They got all three types right there. That's the whole trifecta right there.
Oh! You thought you was a breatharian? Nah. They even got you in the air. They spraying the chemtrails. They're spraying. Bro, every time y'all niggas get on the fucking line and be like, oh, here's a new way, them niggas are sitting right there. You think somebody's the person that's click like on your shit, you think that's a real person? You can't, unless you know that person in real life, you can't just be like, I got a like. Nah, that could be them. Be like, okay, here's another method that the people have figured out, so we now have to counteract that. Don't underestimate that. It's actually the opposition that's Batman.
Man, and you might have thought that'd stop right there with your foods and your water, but they got the paraben. Yeah, you know, I don't know if you know that means.
Right, and oh my gosh, in its entirety on you.
But they got you on the shampoos, the lotions, your soaps, your toothpaste, in your mouth already. Got the cosmetics.
You
the
can't
other
escape.
It's they doing it everywhere. It's in every fucking thing.
My nigga, these people don't understand that. Okay, at some point they figured out how to master the natural. And then the things that we take as products is already them. They understood how to overcome the natural by getting us to want the synthetic versions of these things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's actually too much effort for them to be like, oh, I gotta make something to overcome dandelions. I gotta make something to overcome mullein or Burberry and so on and so forth. Like it's too much for them, so they want us to take in the same company that works for Bayer works for Monsanto, Bayer actually comes out of Monsanto. They are the company that works for, like, you know, the weed killer and all that. What they call weeds is what? Dandelions. What is dandelion's purpose, or what is dandelion's best function? Dandelion leaves is good for what? Heart pain, and for the heart. Okay, now let's go back to Bayer. What is Bayer medicine? Bayer medicine is aspirin, which is good for what? The heart. They want to replace the naturality with their products. You understand what I'm saying? So now you're sitting here talking about, I'm gonna spray my garden because I need this. You know what I'm saying? I need that and this and that and the third. And then you fucking start getting chest pains. You going to bear when in reality you just killed your bear by spraying some Monsanto shit on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you could have just picked that up off of the natural, because that is natural stuff. The reason why they like it being killed is because they cannot control that. Dandelions, or what we call as weeds, get spread and blown around. You know, once they become that fluffy face, you know, the dandelions where we blow on and the little white fuzz goes everywhere.
Yep.
Okay, when you miss that, those things still get blown around the neighborhood. They can't control that. That's why they like it when we kill those, because they can't control that. Anything that they say, oh, this is a this killer, this is a that killer.
Exactly.
You have to double check that. Any type of, and I was saying this earlier today, like just with like idols, and when they push certain people on us, I double check, I double take on them, I turn my head on them, because I'm not gonna fall into that, because y'all pushing that to me.
Exactly.
You know, when in reality, you know, I do a little bit of extra research, I find out this particular thing that y'all are against is actually good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Good for us. Good for people in general.
Exactly. Fucking they be growing seeds without seeds. They be growing fruits without seeds.
That's not, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't even fucking blink an eye to that shit. That shit's crazy to me.
Like, are you serious?
Because when I was growing up, apples had seeds, watermelons had seeds, grapes had seeds.
My nigga,
straight up.
My nigga, you were made out of a seed.
You know, for real,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like, what the fuck y'all talking about?
And that's crazy.
Get rid of that
See,
shit.
that's crazy what you're saying right now, because now it got me double checking, double looking on humans.
Exactly. Like, what you talking about? You artificially made. What? That's not. Nah, that's a machine. That's not a natural shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, look at, they made the clones for the Clone Wars, Star Wars shit.
Boom.
All right.
Exactly. Shit, y'all motherfuckers just don't want to believe nothing is real. Y'all want to believe that your fantasies and your own life and what you believe in is the only thing that exists.
Right.
Which is cool. Don't get me wrong, because it exists in your part of your consciousness. But once you understand that you're a part of a bigger consciousness,
Right. Once you get to me,
exactly.
oh, you fucked up.
Then,
I mean, you fucked up for yourself, but now you're fucked up, because now you're like, yo, what?
I didn't know that all this shit is. Yes, all of it exists. So now we're moving on from that. You know what I'm saying?
I can't waste much time with you.
Right, because
welcome.
we got like 14 more minutes. I just want to get through this list right here. You know, for the food
yeah,
and the price we're using. You know what I'm saying?
Go for it.
So we did parabens, right? Oh, before we move on, but parabens are just shampoos, lotions, and shit, and the soaps and shit. It says right here, note that estrogens entering the skin go directly to tissue without passing through the liver for detoxification. So they're 100% absorbed by the body and can be 10 times more potent than those consumed orally. So I just want to let y'all know, the soaps and the shit that we be using, bruh, that shit's 100% absorbed, which is 10 times. Listen, I already said it. So you making this shit, you eating this, you washing with the soap, you washing the fake shit, you washing with the shit. Like I've been doing, like again, nobody here is exempt from this shit, okay? I'm saying this shit and I'm learning this shit as I'm telling you. And I'm also going through this shit right now. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So I have to stop doing the same shit too.
But the difference between you and us is that we're actively doing that. We're actively getting over it. At the same time, we're being shocked by it. Like, oh my gosh, but I have to get out of that. Right. I can't. The more time I waste thinking about it, of not changing that, there's the more time I'm still doing that shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I have to be like, oh my God, and I'm not doing. If you're in the shower listening to this, just immediately drop that soap. That's what I would do. I would immediately drop that and be like, I'm not.
And just hop out the shower too.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just out of there. I'm good. You know?
It's crazy, man.
So that's what we're trying to say to you right now. We're not trying to put nobody down.
I'm just trying to let y'all know, like, here it is, like, everybody want to talk about, like, why do we do this shit we're doing? Why do I feel this way? Why am I going through these fits? Why do I fucking want to do the dangerous shit? Or why do I feel like I'm in a danger or whatever? It's because we've been put in that position. We're using these things all the time, telling us, doing us dirty, rather than supposed to be making us clean. So there's another thing right here, because like I said, we only got because we try to keep these to an hour. You know what I'm saying? I have to rush through this shit. Yeah. So we got 5. It's I don't know how to even fucking say that. So we're gonna be here for 6 minutes. Fatalities, nigga. Basically, it's soft plastics used for packaging materials, which are often treated with chemical compounds called fatalities, I guess. Which is it says it right here, a xenoestrogen to increase its flexibility. For the boxes, for the plastics, for the shit that you get your food in, for the shit that's you get your fucking products in. Man, like, are you kidding me? Plastic wrapped foods heated in the microwave contain some of these fucking highest xenoestrogen levels. You go put your food in the microwave to fucking heat it up. You getting that shit in your fucking food. So don't heat your food or water with plastic in the microwave. That's why they say plastic is trash, plastic is bad, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Number 6, artificial foods and additives. Are you kidding me? According to a study published in the journal Chemical Research and Toxicology, 31 substances added to foods for the purpose of preservation, coloring, texture, and flavor have potential estrogenic effects. I shouldn't even have to list those off because you already know what we're talking about. You got your additives, you got your preservatives, we got your GMOs, you got all that shit. If I gotta break that down for you, then you don't fucking live here and you don't fucking understand what's happening.
Right.
Okay.
Right. You been fucking up.
Thank you, cause you're still gonna eat that shit. It says propalgallate and 4-hexy. Jesus Christ, are 2 additives to be especially watchful for. Avoid canned foods, which are usually lined with a plastic coating that contains bisphenol A or BPA and xenoestrogen. Like BPA approved fucking products, bro. It's xenoestrogen the whole time. BPA for the water bottle. BPA for the shit.
Yep, my uncle Ben told me that shit. He said, yo, you'll never want to eat again. I'll tell you about that.
See?
But
Dog,
you're reading that right now? It's crazy.
Bro, it's right, and this is on Google, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even DuckDuckGo. Like, it's not hidden, my G. It's right here. Number 7, xenoestrogen. Foods that contain soy protein and soy protein isolate. Basically, these foods are packed with condensed, unnaturally high amounts of plant estrogen, which can also lead to estrogen dominance, which we were talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's the one chemical that's in all the food. Eat organic soybeans, edamame, tofu, and tempeh instead. But basically, like, you're telling me to eat organic food right there. So what about the artificial shit that's being made, the GMO shit that's being made, all this shit that you just excluded because you said organic is good only. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
We're eating shit daily, day in and day out. We're eating bullshit.
Right, like that word organic.
Organic.
They playing with that shit. They playing you with that shit. Organic just means organic. It don't mean a process. It don't. As long as it gets to the standards of organic, that's all they care about. They're not thinking about organic like how you and I or an organic person would think about it. They're thinking about it as, again, robotic. Like, does it check this box? Does it check this box? Does it check that box?
Is it under the levels of this shit?
When in reality, organic is fucking organic. You know the fuck real organic is.
Natural
nigga.
shit.
Sit there and be like, oh, I water this fucking 2 days, or I water this 5 days out of the week. You know what I'm saying?
And it's dirt and fucking. I agree with shit.
The fucking wind was blowing on that shit. It rained this week. You know what I'm saying? You know,
for real.
That's organic, not motherfucking. Oh, okay, we did 7 sprays. We did
insecticides and pesticides.
Here's your receipt, nigga.
See?
No.
And that's crazy because we were just talking about insecticides and pesticides and all that bullshit. Mm-hmm. Go back and listen to this shit. Pay attention, motherfucker, because we're about to get crazier right here. Yo, so listen to this. Y'all motherfuckers use dryer sheets. The dryer sheets are loaded with xenoestrogen to make your clothes feel soft and fresh. That's funny because estrogen makes you soft in the first place because, you know, females and all that, it makes you soft and whatever. But people will be using that shit in their clothes. Put that shit in the dryer. Listen, these residual xenoestrogens can permeate your skin and go directly into your cells. Just like we talked about with the fucking phthalates and the shampoo and the deodorant and whatever. That shit goes 10% straight into your skin and your cells and fucks your shit up. This is stuff that we be sitting here talking about. Oh, they wouldn't poison us. but we're getting poisoned every day based on
Exactly.
based on shit that we didn't think was gonna be fucking harmful to us, nigga. Like a dryer sheet, my nigga. A
Right.
dryer sheet, bro.
Right.
Nigga, you talking about I want my clothes to feel fresh, nigga, and soft. And you telling me that I'm getting soft and fresh, nigga?
Right. Exactly.
That's crazy. Me? That's crazy. I can't fuck with that. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? Xenoestrogen is in that shit.
Oh my god.
But again, like, it's all stuff that's all the stuff is being promoted. You know what I'm saying? So all the stuff that you're buying fucks with your body. All the stuff you're buying that's supposed to be good for you ain't good for you. It's just
Right.
not. It's just not. And that's just I still got like 2 more, my G. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
We talking about birth control pills and conventional hormone replacement therapy. You got birth control pills that's supposed to make your girl feel amazing and fucking better and alleviate her pain. They fucking her up even more, and you
That,
and you can't
that-
understand what
bruh.
the fuck she mad at.
that's fucking. Yo. I know. Probably people's gonna feel some type of way, but that's fucking dreams they selling y'all, man. Yo, you can't put your chemicals in your body and think that it's make you feel better. That's the equivalent of the female equivalent of them taking birth control is a nigga drinking alcohol, becoming an alcoholic.
And just being fucked
Becoming an
up.
alcoholic. Not
Oh.
just drinking alcohol, but becoming an alcoholic.
Like straight up that way, thinking that way, and
That's-
they can't fucking do what they want to fucking do.
I can't go through life without this. That's the same thing. Or I can't go through my menstrual cycle without this.
Yep,
That's
they
exactly the same
They
shit.
take that shit every month, right? Or every 4 days, or every week, or I don't even know what the fuck how they take that shit. But it ain't right. It don't matter how much they take that shit.
I
It's
don't give a
not
fuck.
right.
It's not natural shit. You're not I'm watching you put some pills from the from the pharmacy into your mouth to do this shit.
And motherfucking pharmacy be selling soda, so I don't even want to hear that. Yo, I don't even want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't for us, man. And I'm gonna just read this shit real quick. HRT contains synthetic hormones that can interrupt our natural hormone balance. So you're taking birth control to interrupt your natural shit, your natural state, your natural flow, your natural currency. You know? And there are natural effective birth control alternatives without the side effects of pills. Check out 10 birth control pills options without birth control pills. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got to click that shit. That's dumb. But anyways, for ladies who use birth control pills as a way to regulate their periods, I can tell you that this is not a viable long-term solution. You know, just basically like, listen. We can read all this shit all day. We can talk about this shit all day. But it's going to tell you the same thing every time. This shit
Every
ain't
time.
for our fucking bodies. Whether you're a male or a female, whatever. Nigga, all this shit ain't right. They feeding us insecticides. They feeding us pesticides. They feeding us all the irregular, unnatural bullshit that we shouldn't be eating, filled with other fucking hormones, other chemicals, more chemicals. You smoke a cigarette, you got 30 fucking chemicals in that bitch. We drink alcohol, I don't know how much is in that shit, because they don't put that shit on the bottle, but I'm sure it's a lot more, because most of the time I'm fucked up and I can't breathe, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Oh shit. But you know, just a mic drop, you know, real quick, because it's like truth, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we supposed to be talking about? You know, like, everything is crazy, you know what I mean? So, it's just basically just saying, like, listen, a lot of the shit that is promoted for food, for, you know, enjoyment, candy, steak, chicken, oh, it tastes great, it all tastes like chicken, fucking, you know, all this stuff that they be cheese, queso, all that stuff. Like, come on. All that shit is filled with. I'm not even saying it's filled with xenoestrogens. That's just one chemical that we were talking about. With that's got in the meat, that's in the food, that's in the shit. Okay, it's just one chemical. Imagine how many more chemicals they put in our food. I swear to you, I know you've heard, oh, well, we put fucking cyanide, or we put, I don't know if it's cyanide, I'm just really, etc., examples, da-da-da, you know what I'm saying? Like, think of any other chemical that you could think of. well, we only gotta put 5% of that in the food, and it's gonna be okay for us because we can handle that. Motherfucker, what? Why do I even have that in my food in the first place? Why are you giving me that? Okay, at one point in time for that one serving, yeah, maybe I can handle that. But if that's some food I like and I eat that shit every fucking day or every 4 hours or every however long, 2 days, is that shit not gonna build up my body? And that shit builds up my body, and then what happens? Well, it's gonna break my body down because it's a chemical that don't belong in my fucking body, right? So now I gotta worry about fucking chemicals breaking my body down. Now I gotta worry about cancer. Now I gotta worry about fucking diseases that don't fucking exist in my whole shit because I decided to eat some shit they told me to eat. It was good for you. It's in the pyramid. It's in the shit. We just walked through the whole shit. There's xenoestrogens in the food, the meats that we eat. When you heat up your food, when you wash your fucking dishes and you wash your clothes, when you fucking decide to, go ahead and just fucking decide that you wanna, let me wash my dishes. Let me go get some, wait, artificial foods, GMOs. We got chemicals in that shit. Been in that shit. We've been eating that shit for years. It ain't no, it's safe. It's safe if you have it one time, maybe. But we've been eating this shit for years. We've been eating this shit for fucking forever. I've had chicken since I was fucking 4, 5, 6. We've been eating chicken and fucking meats every day since we were little. Maybe every day. But since we were little. So you're telling me that shit's not gonna build up in us? Are you telling me that shit's not gonna fucking be something crazy, something bad, something chemically altered in our whole shit? You wanna believe that shit? Get the fuck out of here. Cause I can't. It's all psychological. Like, you should already understand. This shit is gonna be worse than it is. It's gonna be worse than it has been. Because you've been hearing people get recalled for this. The meat's been getting recalled for that. This gets recalled for having this chemical in it. This just got this. Skittles. We talked about Skittles. So fuck it. Fuck you if you don't believe this shit's crazy. You don't believe this shit's real? Yo, my guy ain't even here talking to you. So fuck it. We done talking to you. Just go ahead and fucking look that shit up. Make sure you fucking understand. Because this shit ain't getting better. It's getting worse. And it's only gonna get better if you understand what's happening. Or you're gonna end up in a fucking hearse. Take your chemicals lightly. Deuces.